This is still the Robert Hur Joe Biden Classified Documents report. This is page 111 here, but I think it's kind of off numbered. But anyway, here it is. Mr. Biden also used his note cards in writing his book. In addition to his notebooks, Mr. Biden used other notes he wrote on note cards while vice president. These included notes that he took during his private lunches with President Obama, several of which featured prominently in the book. In the book, Mr. Biden described his weekly lunches with President Obama as the one setting where he could talk frankly without fear of being overheard. They were an opportunity to discuss the most important issues facing the administration, the country, and the world at that moment, and we could talk through any personal issues we're having. If something one of us had done angered or disappointed the other, the weekly lunch was a time to clear the air. The lunches were often personal in nature, as Mr. Biden described in the book. The conversations at our lunches were just as often personal. We talked about our wives. We talked about the close friendship between his daughters and my granddaughter and what was going on in their lives. We talked about golf. Many of Mr. Biden's notes on his lunches with President Obama were taken on the long, narrow note cards that he used regularly as vice president. If Mr. Biden's staff made copies of his note cards for use in writing Promise Me Dad. As explained in Chapter 4, Mr. Biden's staff made copies of his note cards for him to take after he left the vice presidency and use in writing Promise Me Dad. After his staffers raised concerns that some of the note cards contained classified information, it appears that Mr. Biden's staff arranged for his copies of the note cards to be stored in a safe at the Naval Observatory and then to be held in personal storage in a SCIF at the National Archives. Mr. Biden visited the National Archives twice after he left office in 2017 to review the note cards as part of the book writing process. Both trips were occasioned by Zwanitzer's requests for notes related to specific events during Mr. Biden's vice presidency, including several of Mr. Biden's lunches with President Obama that were later featured in Promise Me Dad. To February 16, 2017, I just found all the classified stuff downstairs. During a recorded interview on February 16, 2017, at Mr. Biden's rental home in Virginia, after the end of his vice presidency, Mr. Biden told Schwanitzer he had just found classified material downstairs. From context, Mr. Biden appears to have been referring to classified documents relating to American military and foreign policy in Afghanistan. When he made his his statement to Schwanitzer, Mr. Biden was discussing a handwritten memo he had sent to President Obama opposing the deployment of more troops to Afghanistan in 2009. Before meeting with Mr. Biden on February 16, 2017, Schwanitzer emailed a Biden staffer explaining that he wanted to concentrate on the personal diaries from June 2015 through Thanksgiving 2015 and asking if Mr. Biden could have those on hand. When they met on February 16, 2017, Mr. Biden and Schwanitzer talked for several hours. Mr. Biden's sister, Valerie Biden Owens, was also present. Schwanitzer recorded the conversation and later transcribed it. They sat on the main floor of the Virginia house in the library den, which is shown below. Okay, this is July 10th of 2019. Mr. Biden began the interview with a long discussion about the murder of 9 worshipers at the Emmanuel African Methodist Church in Charleston, South Carolina, and a discussion of his son, Bo. During this portion of the recording, Mr. Biden did not sound like he was reading from notes. He then turned to his daily notebook for August 2014 through September 2016. Mr. Biden read from an entry containing notes on a July 7th, 2015 national security meeting about Iraq. While reading from his notebook, Mr. Biden listed 4 points he made about the Iraq situation during the July 7th, 2015 meeting. Mr. Biden explained to his monitor that he had made several or similar arguments years earlier during the 2009 debate about the troop surge in Afghanistan. Mr. Biden told his monitor he had sent President Obama a 40-page handwritten memo arguing against the deployment of additional troops in Afghanistan on the grounds that it wouldn't matter. Mid-sentence during the narrative, Mr. Biden said in a matter-of-fact tone that he had just found all the classified stuff downstairs. I had to fix that thing. So this was early on in 09. I just found all the classified stuff downstairs. I wrote the president a handwritten 40-page memorandum arguing against deploying additional troops to to Afghanistan on the grounds that it wouldn't matter, that the day we left would be like the day before we arrived. And I made the same argument. I wrote that piece 11 or 12 years ago. As discussed in the next chapter, Mr. Biden was referring to a long handwritten memo he faxed to President Obama from Nantucket over the Thanksgiving weekend in 2009. In the memo, which Bob Woodward later detailed in his book, Obama's Wars, Mr. Biden argued against engaging in full-scale counterinsurgency and nation building in Afghanistan. As noted above, this February 2017 meeting with Monitor was on the main floor of the Virginia home. Downstairs from where Mr. Biden and Monitor sat was Mr. Biden's basement office where he kept his personal papers. The photo below shows the basement office in October 2017, several months after the February 2017 meeting with Monitor. Mr. Biden's basement office in the Virginia home, October 2017. During Mr. Biden's interview with the special counsel, he said that at the time of the February 2017 meeting, which was about a month after he moved into the Virginia house, he was likely still going through boxes of materials. He said his belongings were taking up a lot of room in the house, and he was trying to figure out what his staff pack up. What's here? And where in the hell is all this stuff going? And what do I clear out? What do I get out of the way? Among the things he probably searched for in boxes were his notebooks, which he believed he gathered and kept on, or which he believed he gathered and kept on the main floor of the Virginia house. All three participants in the February 2017 meeting, February 16th, 2017 meeting, Mr. Biden's monitor and Mr. Biden's sister, Miss Biden Owens, said they did not remember Mr. Biden's statement that he had just found all the classified stuff downstairs. For his part, Mr. Biden said he did not remember anything at all about that incident, including whether he actually found classified documents in his basement office. During his interview with our office, Mr. Biden said he did not remember finding marked classified documents at any time after the end of the Obama administration before he was elected president, but that if he had found such classified material, he would have given it to his personal aide at the time or to another trusted staff member, such as his former chief of staff. We've interviewed the personal aide, former chief of staff, and several other staffers with whom Mr. Biden interacted at the Virginia house in and around February 2017, except for a separate incident involving different classified material given to the person in January of 2017. Some weeks after the Zwanitzer conversation, no one recalled Mr. Biden turning in classified documents after the end of his vice presidency. The special counsel's office worked with the National Archives to identify whether Mr. Biden returned any classified documents after the end of the Obama administration. The National Archives has no awareness or records indicating that Mr. Biden returned classified records to the White House to then be turned over to the archives in the weeks following the end of the administration. As is the case with every presidential transition, the National Archives continue to receive Obama administration presidential records from the White House after the end of the administration. There would therefore have been nothing unusual or notable for the National Archives about also receiving vice presidential records after the end of the administration. Several years after Mr. Biden's February 2017 meeting with Monitor in December of 2022, FBI agents recovered marked classified documents from a cardboard box in the garage of Mr. Biden's Delaware home. These marked classified documents related to Afghanistan and the U.S. troop surge in 2009, the very same subject that Mr. Biden addressed with Monitor in 2017 when he said that he had just found all the classified stuff downstairs. In one of the folders containing these marked classified documents, agents also found drafts of Mr. Biden's 2009 handwritten Thanksgiving memo to President Obama. Agents later found the final Thanksgiving memo in the office of Mr. Biden's Delaware home. All right, now I'm going to stop right there. And this will go on the classified Afghanistan documents. So anyway, I'll see y'all later if I don't see you this afternoon. See y'all. Bye.